I'm Swati Pathak, and I was doing masters in sociology from Delhi University before coming here. I remember I was thinking of applying for MPhil in Delhi University again, and I was in the whole process of applying for that, and I was studying for it. And urban sociology was actually the triggering point, so I had it in my third semester of masters, and I really liked that subject. So even my MPhil proposal was somewhere around that, based on urban sociology. And I remember I was still skeptical whether I should dive into pure academia or still go or do something which is more practice based as well. And it was then I'd been following Gautam Bhan on Facebook, and through him I came to know that there's this UFP thing which is coming up. And trust me, I saw all those things which are part of that, be it the practica thing, the modules, the electives, and all those things. And it was like they have thought of me and then written all these things down. It was like it was custom made, because these are actually the things. Because the main reason I was skeptical for going for MPhil was that it's going to be again pure theory. I don't know how much field work would be there, and these were the tensions that were bothering me. But here I could see that the theory and practice both are coming out really fine in this fellowship program. So yeah, I was expecting that both these things will come together really well. I think to a great extent the course is designed in such a way that both of them come together beautifully. So I was looking for papers which I haven't studied before, and ISP was something that I'd more or less done before. But even the approach through which Gautam taught it, I think that helped me a lot, in the sense my way of looking at theory changed here. So even though I was thinking that this will go by easily, it did not happen that way, because his whole approach was very different. And I think so. Even after taking Southern Urban Theory in ISP, my understanding of theory itself has changed, in the sense that I've tried to become more what he says Khudgar's reader, and he always says that it's not just about knowing what the argument or what is the author that is trying to say, but try to see that how theory speaks to you and how it becomes relevant to you. And yeah, the immersion trips, I think they were really really helpful, because even when we were doing the practica, it's very important for us to look at multiple examples. And because our practica is mostly Bangalore based, but because of the immersion trips we can relate it and compare it to the other cities that we have seen. So, and it's a very different way of engaging with cities. I mean, I have been traveling all around, but these are many different aspects which are so important and integral to our lives, but we tend to ignore. So even the fun part was, of course, taken care of through immersion trips, but even from the syllabus point of view, I think it made a lot of sense. So that was very helpful. And I really liked the transport elective. So I'd never thought that I would be so much interested in, but the way, so housing has always been an interest, but through transport, how housing and transport oriented development and how both of these came together because of Sonal's lectures, I think that was again very, very interesting. Yeah, to a great extent. Uh, there were certain things that I wasn't, I mean, that did not meet my expectations to that level. And I think writing the urban was one of them, because I mean, it became more about social media, Twitter, and all these things rather than. So, I mean, in that sense, but at the same time, this was met through proposal writing and research design and all those other skill labs. So, I was really looking forward to the writing lab. So a few classes were that were really interesting, but this part I think it lagged behind a little. But in terms of other skill labs, also be it data analysis and GIS, I really enjoyed learning that, and I think it's really important whenever you are trying to present anything about that, having these visual tools with you, which help you to present it visually in a very important way. I think that was really good. When I came here, I was quite averse to group work, because I had done that before for two research, but then it was very different from what we are doing here. And anything that you has to be done in a group. So that thing, I mean, and by this time, I'm so comfortable. I mean, I can't think of working alone now. It is more about it's better if we are doing the work in a group. So that aversion has certainly allayed to a great extent. And at the same time, it's very similar to the kind of approach that I think I'll take up once I'm out there, and out there as an urban practitioner, and that my approach is more towards, taking different stakeholders on board and working with different kinds of people coming from various different disciplines. I think that really helped me. Yeah, the faculty has been really supportive, I think, because, and that experience has also been sort of little different from what I had in postgrad in DU, because there is, I mean, you had to be extra sure before approaching anyone. Here, you can just speak your mind. It's really easy and chill with them. So that part, and they're always there. I mean, even if we haven't attended certain sessions, they make sure, that we can go to them anytime. So there's no such barrier, that we are the faculty, you are the students, something like that. There's nothing like that. So they're very approachable in that sense. And even in terms of deciding what we want to do after this, what our approach in life in general would be. And in fact, something as delicate and tough as what we think about ourselves, So all of these things have been taken up in very beautiful ways. So I think the faculty has been very supportive in that way. And yeah, I think just the 30 bunch, having just few people, I think it really helped in knowing each other. And again, group work helped in a lot in that way, because you come to know about the nitty gritties of the way the people work, and that makes a lot of sense. Through that, you get to know people in a much more, I guess, intimate and interesting way.